Tony, looking back at the last game first, the 112-0 victory, we've talked before about whether that's good for a competition or not when you get results like that. What are your thoughts after the actual experience?
I thought it was very professional of the players. I think the manner in which they went about that game was they got the rewards for it. For those people who were there watching, probably a different point of view to the people that weren't there. The scoreline can be deceiving in some respects, and you'd imagine that the players were able to score tries at will, but it was far from that. I really liked the way that we went about it in terms of showing some patience, and I thought it was outstanding skill, but good decision making. People didn't overplay. When you go into those sort of games, a couple of tests that usually happen. It's either underperform because you don't give the respect to your opponents that they deserve, or overplay because of overconfidence, and we weren't guilty of either one of those things. I'm pleased about that. I think the players went in with the right sort of mentality, and I hear a lot of criticism of the mismatches, but in speaking to the Swinton coach and some of their administrators and also some of the players afterwards, whilst they didn't like the scoreline, they appreciate the exposure and also to a Super League club, and also the lessons that are gained from those matches. And if they're able to apply some of that, they can take some real big positives away, and I'm sure they will. Just depends which way you want to look at it. You can look at it from the negative point of view or the positive, and fortunately they're a club that looked at it in a really positive manner.
Well, you've had what people would class as the easy draws now. The next one up in the Challenge Cup is Wigan in the quarter-final. What are your thoughts on that? Yeah,
good game, good tough game. It should be entertaining. They're a very good team, and we've got a lot of respect. We've had some really tough games with them and really classic games with them in the last few years, really. Some of the Wigan and the Warrington games have been right up there in quality of some of the best quality games that I've seen in the last few years. So I'd expect a similar sort of thing. It'll be a real cracking game, one that we'll look forward to. When the time comes round, we've got a bit of time to wait, and we've got some things that we need to concentrate on in the meantime. But we'll certainly look forward to that one.
But before then, you've got to refocus on the league.
Starting
with Leeds away.
That's right. But that's when we lead up to the Wigan game. It'll be important to us. But in the meantime, the most important game is the one that's in front of us, and that's Leeds Rhinos. So look forward to that as well. Looking at
the 19 you've named, very surprised to see Richie Myler back.
No, he's due back. He was always due back this week. He's over his eye socket injury, and which is probably good timing for us. Unfortunate for Gareth O'Brien to come up with his injury, but it's I won't say ironic, but Rich was always going to be available for this week, and I suppose in some ways it's probably saved me from having to make what was possibly going to be a tough decision, because Gareth's been playing so well, and but we've also got a high calibre of player like Richard returning. We're in a good position, yeah.
What's the latest news on Gareth's injury?
He's in for scan today or tomorrow, depending on the swelling in his knee. We've just had to wait for the swelling to go down for him to be scanned to probably confirm the worst fear of a cruciate ligament damage. So I'd suggest that it's going to be a operation followed by a lengthy rehabilitation, which probably takes us into the start of next year. But yeah, we're feeling for Gareth. He's been really good for us so far. But he'll come back strong. He's a young player with a big future, and I'm sure he'll come back stronger and bigger and better than ever.
Are there any other injuries in the camp to worry about?
Louis not quite right yet. Louis hasn't recovered from his calf muscle, not far off it, so I expect him to be back the following week. And of course we've got Ben Harrison still out with his ankle ligaments, so he'll still be a number of weeks yet. But aside from that, we're in pretty good shape.
And of course the news has come out this week about Chris Riley going down to Harlequins for a month. What was your thinking behind that?
The fact that we just can't give him as much Super League experience at the moment as he and we would like. He's unfortunate in respect of he's got some pretty talented players ahead of him that are in good form, and Chris is, I think, of Super League standard, and unfortunately it's just we're like some of our other players, we're trying to give him some Super League experience or Challenge Cup experience, first team experience at the moment, and it's just not often enough at the moment for Chris. And when we got the phone call from the Harlequins that they've got some injuries, and they can pretty much guarantee, or very close to guarantee, first team experience for him. When we made that offer to him, he, whilst he's very, very true blue Warrington player, and he really is, and he wants to be in the Warrington team, he jumped at the opportunity and understands that it's and we feel it's the best for him as well as he does as well.
And it's nice that he's got a familiar face down there in Lee Mitchell.
Yes, no, he's got that as well, but it'll be a good experience in all sorts of ways for him. I think going into a team with probably different fortunes to what we're having at the moment can help as well, give him some experience on how to deal with that. But they're probably lacking a bit of confidence and a little bit of, dare say, enthusiasm. I'm not been in their camp, but Chris can go down there and make an impression on those areas. He's very enthusiastic, and he's very professional, and he'll bring a whole lot to their team. So that's good experience for him, and he's one that he's right up for, and we're pleased that we can offer for him.
Okay, Tony. Well, good luck at the weekend, and see you in a couple of weeks.
Thank you.
Cheers.